Hi everyone, welcome to another tutorial of the e-commerce platform. So today we are going to build a very interesting part of our e-commerce platform. The series is almost coming to an end. So previously we have integrated the wishlist and cart, and today we are going to implement the Stripe integration. So we'll integrate the Stripe. So first let me show you a demo what we are going to build. So if you go to our site in the production, so as you can see we have now 4 items in the cart. I am logged in, and let me go and try to confirm the order, and I will also show you the console and the network tab, so you'll see which APIs we are calling to. So first we will confirm the order. As you can see we have called this API, which is cart. This is to get all the cart items. And now we'll go one step further and we'll use this fake card for the payment. So now you see we have called this API, but now you cannot see it anymore because the page is refreshed. So we have called this API. I will show you. Here, so for the checkout, we are going to call in the order controller. We are going to call this API the create checkout session, which will have which will take an array of products with price, product ID, product name, quantity, and user ID, and these things are displayed here. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 products. So we are going to send this data from the so from the cart page. We are going to, for each product in the cart, I can show you it again here. As you can see, we have 4 items in the cart, and for each item we will make this object with price, product ID, product name, quantity, and user ID, and we will send this data to the API, and after that we will be redirected to the Stripe checkout page, which will be like this. So we are going to build this part today. So when you call this API and send this object, you will get a session ID in return, and after that you can call the Stripe checkout page and you will come to this checkout page, and after that when you fill the data, fill your details and pay. Let me just pay to show you the full flow. So 424242424242, and we can pass any date and any CV, and we can pass any name, and we can go to the pay API, like pay. We can click the pay button, and you will see that our order is fulfilled, which has 4 orders. You can see all the 4 orders, 4 items in the order, and you can also see that my orders are showing here, that I have this order with 4 items, and I can also see the date on which I have ordered the item. So if you see in the Stripe dashboard, you should be able to see it also. So I will make the test mode. So first you have to make a account in Stripe. You have to enable the test mode, and here you'll find two keys, and here you should all be able to find the test data. So you will go to the developers tab, and here, so you can see there is the one data. We have done one request right now. And is there any option to see the data? Let me check. And after we pass this, and after we call this API, you will get the session ID. And first you have to go to this dashboard and go to the developers tab, and you'll get the API keys. You will have two keys. One is the secret key, which will go to the backend, and one is the publishable key, which will go to the front end. So first we will copy this key, and in our backend, so now we are in this branch, YouTube cart. So from here I will make a new branch. YouTube checkout, and here I will, in the application.properties variable, in the application.properties file, I will make a variable which will be Stripe secret key, and let's pass it here. And we also have to make one more variable which will be base URL. That will be the URL for the front end. So we'll make it for now HTTP localhost 8081 / So basically our backend will be running on 8080 port, and our front end will be running on 8081 port in local. But when we deploy it to Netlify, then we have to change this base URL to the front end URL, like it will be this URL in the front end. So we will change it when we deploy it to production. We will change it. So for now we made this secret key, and we'll make a new controller, and let's create a controller. It will be order controller, and we'll also, so it will be a REST controller, and it will have a request mapping of order, and it will auto wire the authentication service, and we'll make a new service which will be order service. I will annotate it with service. And also you have to integrate the POM file, you have to integrate the Stripe. So you have to integrate dependency, and it will be com.stripe. Alright, so okay, artifact ID will be stripe.java, stripes-java. T.41.0, but you can check the latest version of the Stripe and you can put it. It's okay, it should work. Alright, so we have put that thing, and now we'll make it, we'll auto-void the auto service. And now we'll make this checkout API. It will be post mapping. Create checkout session. Public response entity. Stripe response. Checkout list. You can make a checkout list, and you can pass a request body. So you'll create a DTO which will be checkout item DTO. As you can see it here, this will make this as a checkout item DTO, and we'll pass a list of checkout item DTO. So let's create the checkout DTO item here. So in the DTO, I will make a package order, and here I will create one DTO that will be checkout item DTO, and it will have private string, product name, private int quantity, private double price, private long product ID, private int user ID, and let's create constructor which will be first select none, and you can create the getter and setter for everything. So this is the, and I'll pass the request body. it will be list of checkout item DTO. All right. So now I'll get a season, which is a Stripe model, and it will be order service dot create season and we'll pass the check item detail list. Let's import the season from the Stripe. And we'll get a Stripe response. And we'll create an object, new Stripe response from the season dot get ID. I'll return a new response entity. Stripe response and HTTP status. Okay. And it might throw a exception, so you have to create this, wrap this exception. So first I will create this method. And it might throw an exception, which will be, so throws Stripe exception. Actually, let's make it not order, let's make it checkout. And we'll create our own Stripe response, which will just consist of the session ID, as you can see. So let's make Stripe response, which will just consist of one session ID, one variable, that's it. So it will be not this Stripe response, but our own Stripe response, which will be DTO checkout, like this. So here now in the create session, it should be create session. So now we'll create the session for the Stripe. So here we'll do one thing, that will be, we'll get, so you remember, right, that we have defined the base URL and Stripe secret key here. So now here we'll use it. First we'll access this variable as value, and we'll access this like base URL, which will be private string base URL, and we'll also access value. You can copy it from here. Just type secret key. Private string API key. As you can see, it is pointing to that thing. And now we are going to create the session. So here we need to make two URL for success and for the fail. Presentation. Stripe, Java, Spring Boot. And you can see the official documentation. So we got the API key like this. So as you can see, you have two keys. One is publishable key and one is secret key. This one goes to the client side, like our Vue.js will have this key, and our secret key goes to the server side. It should be must be secret and stored in the server side code. And we have to install a Stripe library that we have already done in Java. We have already integrated the Stripe library here. So first we have the payment flow. And you can use this fake account for succeed. So yeah, as you can see that if you go to the stripe.com checkout session and create page, you will understand how to create the session object. So first we'll have two URL. One is for success, one is for the failure, and you have to pass the line items like this. You have to pass the mode. So we'll do it step by step. You can read more about it in this documentation here, or you can follow along with me. And failure URLs. So string success URL will be base URL plus payment success. Make sure that we have this like this slash at the end, and we'll have this failure URL string failure URL will be base URL plus payment failed. We'll make these two pages in the front end. and then we have stripe. Got API key. We'll set the API key as API key. So this is a global object, and now we'll create some line item. So you can say season create params dot line item will be season item list will be new array list. And for each product, make this line item. So for checkout item DTO, video list will create on line item for each item. So session list dot add, and we'll make a object create session line item. From checkout DTO, we'll create this method. So it will be return season create params dot line item dot builder dot set price data. We'll make a create price data. Now we'll make this object also, method also create price data, and we'll pass the checkout item DTO dot set quantity will be checkout item DTO dot get quantity dot so it's now we have to also parse it. It should be long. So long dot parse long string dot value of dot build, and now we'll make this price data also. So here we'll make it like return session create params dot line item dot price data dot builder dot will have set the currency as USD. We'll hard code it, but you can change as you want, and set unit amount will be checkout item DTO dot get price. We have to multiply it with 100 because this amount should be in cent. So first you have to make it long, and send product data will be session create params dot line item dot price data dot product data dot builder dot set name will be checkout item DTO dot get product name and dot set description. You need to set description, it's fine, and you can make it build, and then we can make it as build. It will be not set, it's set price, it will price data. And this will be line item dot price data. All right, so let me explain it once again. So first we will make two URLs, success and failure, and you will supply the API key. Then we will create some season list items. So first we will set the price data like this. We have to set the currency, set the unit amount, and set the product data. And here we have to set the product name. And then we have to set also the quantity, and we have to build, and we will get the season list item. And after that, we will create the season. First season, create params. Params will be season create params dot builder dot add payment method type let's pass card, set mode, will be payment, and set cancel URL will be failure URL dot set success URL will be success URL dot add all line item will be the check season item list, and dot build, and we have to return the season dot create params, and this might throw an exception, so we'll make this type exception, and we also have this exception here. So this is the thing. So let's test it out and let's see if we get the season ID or no. So let's refresh the page. Let it start the server. product ID, maybe let's make it 1, and let's make it test product. Let's give quantity as 4. Let's give, we don't need the user ID, but let's give it 12. And we are getting some error. I think we need to set the greater than setter for the stripe response. Then it might work. So let's see. Alright, so let's now try it again. And yeah, we can see the session ID here. Thank you guys for watching. So today we have integrated the backend. We have developed the backend API for the season of Stripe. In the next video, I will integrate the front end with the backend, and you will be able to see the entire integration of the Stripe. So stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any doubt, please comment or join our Slack channel or our Discord channel. Thank you guys.